What's good, next gang? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's good? Make sure that thumbs up, subscribe button, be part of next gang, because that's gang. This is gang of all gangs. So if you hear noise in the background, it's because I'm outside on my balcony, because it's just a vibe out here. It just feels a lot better. Winter is happier outside, so that's what it is. This video is long overdue. I asked y'all to ask me questions for a Q&A mad long ago, about a week ago, but you know, I've been going through some stuff, so here we are. So ever since I had my daughter Winter, she's about to be 6 months on the 17th. Time flies by so fast. It's so true when people tell you that. But when you have a child, you learn so much. It's a learning opportunity. Having a child makes you grow, makes you more mature. I thought I was really mature before, and I was, but having a child definitely leveled me up. So anyways, you guys asked me questions and I'm about to answer them as truthfully and detailedly, if that's not a word, but you know what I'm saying, as possible. How was the first trimester, and is it scary preparing for delivery? I'm so nervous about all of it. My first trimester was really annoying and frustrating because I was sick all the time. Certain foods would trigger me. Like, I could not eat fried foods. I would get so disgusted, and then I would eat a whole bunch of corn on the cob. It had to be corn on the cob, no other corn. And I've never liked corn a day in my life, so that was interesting. Honestly, out of 1 to 10, my scared level was 100. I always said, yeah, I want 2 kids, but when I actually thought about it and I figured out I was pregnant, I was terrified, like so terrified. Like, but then throughout the pregnancy, I had to just think about it, like, come on, like, there's millions and billions of people on this earth. It can't be that bad, because you know, it wasn't as scary as I thought it would be, I guess, because you're in so much pain when you're delivering your child that you don't really think about it too much. You're just like going with the flow. Most of the time you're just trying to focus on the pain and stuff. Look, I'm getting too much into detail. You didn't ask me all of that. You just asked me 2 little questions and I'm over here going into it. Okay, next question. Did pushing out a baby make the vagina loose? So this is a really personal question, but if you're asking me like pleasure wise, it definitely feels really different. Sometimes I like the feeling because I feel like my pain tolerance level is like way higher, but then other times I don't, because like in certain positions and angles, like it just doesn't feel the same. This is TMI, but like my tampons don't have a problem like staying in, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like if it was like super loose, like open, like I feel like you're talking about, no. But then again, like I don't look all up in there and like with a microscope trying to feel it out, you feel me? But I was scared because like that whole area when I was pregnant and I was on my 9th, knocking on 10 months of pregnancy, it was like really swollen. It was like big, like the lips and like the labia, like everything was like really swollen, and I thought I was gonna stay like that, and I was like crying and stuff, but it honestly just goes back and heals after the baby. What did the pain of contractions feel like? To me, it actually really is hard to explain, but it's like what everybody else says, period, but on steroids. It hurts so bad. Like after so many hours of like contractions, you feel like you're about to die. I felt like I was about to die. I feel like I was about to pass out in 2 seconds. It was a really crazy experience, to the point where I don't want to go through that again. Like after you have your child, you're just like, yo, never again. That is crazy. But I mean, obviously, you know, when you're in the moment of things, you don't really care and you don't think about stuff like that. It just kind of happens. But yeah, it was very scary. It was very, very, very intense. I wish that I could film. They didn't let me film, but that is a very precious moment. When are you gonna show your baby? I was hoping to show her at 6 months. I honestly didn't intend it to be this long without showing her, but stuff happens, and I feel like it's been so long that I can't just be like, oh, here you guys, here's a picture. Like now I feel like she deserves a grand entrance, you feel me? So yeah. Do you get overwhelmed with being a mother? Yes, it's very time consuming. You're just learning how to work your life the same way you did before, but with the baby. It actually helped me as far as like time management, because now I have to literally plan everything. I was already organized in a way, but motherhood forces you to be organized. Like I have 2 big calendars in my living room, and I just keep writing like every day, like for a whole week, filled out full of stuff, so I know to keep myself busy. I feel like right about now I got this motherhood down packed. I mean, she still throws me for a loop because she's growing and she learns new things and she does new things every day. But for the most part, I think I get the hang of it. She's sitting up by herself, so that's good. She can reach for stuff. She's starting to crawl. Actually, she is crawling. She's not even 6 months yet. It's crazy. So she's more independent. She can keep herself busy versus crying all the time. She's eating baby food. It's so beautiful. Like, motherhood, it's so amazing. I don't know. Do you think Xavier and you connect more now that winter is here? More or less. I don't know. When did your baby start getting her color? Honestly, she was really white and pale when she was first born. Then her legs got like really dark like every day. We thought she was going to be the color of Xavier, and then she got like a brown color, and then now she's like in between light skin and brown skin. Her face is like really light, and then her legs are still a little bit darker. I think she's gonna be the color where you're like, are you brown skin or are you light skin? I don't know. I'm jealous. I'm a little bit too bright if you ask me. I never had a tan because I don't really like the sun like that. Anyways, next question. Someone said, what does it feel like to push a baby out? I had an epidural. I could not deal with the pain. I knew from the jump that I was gonna get an epidural. I was really upset because they don't give you an epidural right in the beginning. They give it to you after you done felt some pain. And some women don't feel pain, but I definitely felt pain to the point where, like I said, I was about to pass out. When I was pushing the baby out, it didn't feel like nothing. Like, I felt like if I just kept pushing, I was gonna queef or something, but it really didn't feel like nothing but some pressure. Like, it wasn't even like a hard pressure. It was just like just imagine like a little balloon just coming out of your vagina, or just a tampon, like pulling a big tampon out of your vagina, but you can't really feel it because you're numb. It's just like the pressure, like you feel an object coming out, but it's not painful. That's what it feels like. When did you find out you was pregnant? I actually told my whole pregnancy story with details and like live footage earlier on my channel. I'll post it somewhere, or I'll put it in the description or whatever, but that's where you'll find like a lot of details about that as far as the story time. How much would you feel pain or get nauseous during the pregnancy? Nausea was all throughout my pregnancy, to the point where I would like cry towards the end, because it's like, I'm really over this, I just want to have her. She's being really fussy because she wants me to hold her. Was it hard choosing a name for winter? Yes, because me and Xavier did not agree on anything. I wanted like Ezra, he wanted Alea, but then the Ace family took that name, and so we're like, no, let's not do that, let's do something else. And then my friend was like, why don't you just name her Winter? And then I was like, I did like it, but I didn't. And then like I kind of just brought it up to Xavier, like, so what you think about the name Winter? And he's like, that's fire. Like, we were both kind of like nonchalant, like not trying to act like we really liked the name, even though we did like the name. And then like after 20 minutes I was like, so is that what we're going with, Winter? He's like, yeah, that's the name. So that's how we came up with it. And then right away I made her the Instagram. What's your favorite thing about being a mommy? All the precious moments that I get to share, like all her smiles. It's so cute. Like, she'll be smiling in her sleep, she'll wake up and we just make eye contact and she'll just start smiling, or I'll say good morning and she just starts laughing and she just rolls over and tries to love me. Or when she's falling asleep and she's holding me and rubbing on me to fall asleep, it's so beautiful. Or like when I'm just watching her be like independent. Right now she's playing with my phone, but she was literally just sitting in here playing with her little toys, but now she's like, okay girl, you taking advantage of all of this. How do you know if you're pregnant? I just knew that I was pregnant because my body felt like I was pregnant. I was just randomly getting this really strong urge to throw up, but nothing would come out, just randomly, like whenever I ate anything, or just random times watching a movie. And I was just thinking about it all the time. So when I finally found out I was pregnant, it wasn't like a, oh my gosh, out the blue type thing, because like for some time I already felt like I was pregnant. Winter, cuidado. What's the hardest thing about pregnancy and motherhood? The hardest thing is the time management and finding time for yourself, finding time to get your hair done, your makeup done. Like I said, I literally feel like I just started to master motherhood, because now I can do it by myself a lot easier and better. But it does get really frustrating when, you know, I'm not feeling really well, or I just want to sleep the day away and she's waking up and crying her eyes out like somebody's hurting her, or she's just being excessively excessively fussy for no reason, and I'm just trying to work. That is really frustrating, and that's pretty much the hardest thing for me at the moment. How do you juggle all the non-mom stuff with the non-stop mom stuff? I'm guessing, like, how do I manage my life outside of being a mother on top of balancing the motherhood thing? 1 second. So what keeps me going is just to, like I said, write everything on a calendar so I know what to do in the morning. As soon as she wakes up, I wake up ready to work, ready to do what I gotta do. I make her a bottle, and while I'm making her a bottle, like, I'll get ready, I'll just start washing my face, and then I'll just start cooking, because that's the most important. Because if I'm not eating, then I'm not gonna feel good, I'm gonna be weak, and I can't take care of her. So, you know, I wash my face, brush my teeth, start cooking, and then that just kind of determines the day, because then I can see, like, what kind of mood she's in, if she's not gonna let me do anything, if I have to be, like, because she's really spoiled. So, like, whenever she sees me, she starts crying because she wants me to hold her and stuff, but it's kind of hard because sometimes I need both hands, and I just don't like to hear her cry, because it just bothers me, because I know she really loves me, and I don't want to lose that connection with her. On top of, I just really love her, and I just want to be connected to her too. So it is what it is. But honestly, I just keep going. Like, sometimes, like, out of the week, there's only one day where she's, like, super good and wants to be super independent and let me do whatever I gotta do. So I take advantage of those days, whether I'm tired or not. Just get your butt up and you just do what you gotta do, because sometimes you just don't have help to do what you gotta do. So yeah. Someone wants to know when I started giving Winter solids. So I started giving her baby food. I don't know if that's considered solids. Bananas and strawberries and, you know, all of that stuff at the end of her 4 months, beginning of 5 months, because her formula that she's on is $42 a can, and she goes through that in like a few days. So I wanted to mix that in with baby food. So right now I'm only giving her 2 a day, and she loves all the fruits, of course, like any other baby, and she doesn't really like the vegetables, but I still try to give them to her. She tolerates the carrots, she tolerates peas, but only if they're mixed with like fruits and stuff. So right now she's only quiet because she's on my lap right now, and she's playing with my fingers, and she's looking at all the cars that are passing by. It's so adorable. I literally can't even get mad at her about it. Breastfeeding was the worst thing ever. Like, I just did not like waking up with my shirt soaked. It was just really messy, and it was super time consuming. I didn't have time to do anything else but be with the baby. It like hurt my feelings because I really wanted to keep going. I probably honestly would have kept going if my milk supply wouldn't have dropped down so low. That only lasted a good 2 months. And the last question, I keep getting similar questions about this, and I'm so glad that I'm making this video so I can actually kind of talk to you guys about this. The question is, how did I snap back? How did I get back into shape after having a baby? So breastfeeding helped a lot. Before I got pregnant, I was maintaining 115 to 117. When I was pregnant, all the way until I had the baby, I was about 137. So I just know that I gained like 17 to 19 pounds. And then when I had the baby, I dropped all the way down to 119. But that was because I was breastfeeding, and then I just really didn't have much of an appetite. I couldn't cook like the big meals that I was used to cooking. So I was eating like a lot of oatmeal and like mostly Special K cereal. The breastfeeding, I feel like, played a big part in that, because when I weighed myself, it was my 6-week checkup. So a month and a half later, I had lost all of my baby weight, damn near. And then like a couple weeks later is when I stopped breastfeeding, and I feel like I gained way more weight. So I might do another video showing you guys like my body and stuff, because it's not what it was when I weighed myself. I definitely gained a lot of weight, and a lot of that is because I'm about to get a BBL. So that's the first time that I actually said that on camera. That's kind of weird that I'm telling you guys this. I hope you guys don't judge me. I hope you guys are very supportive. After you have a baby, your stomach just loses its elasticity. It's not as tight and firm. It just doesn't look how I want it to look. So yeah. So I'm about to get a BBL. My surgery is coming up in a few weeks, so be prepared for that. I am gonna vlog it, because I'm not one of those types to be like super stingy with the information and not telling people, because I know a lot of people are interested in that. I'm not telling you guys to go do it, but yeah, I love you, Vanessa gang. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you in my next one.